subsequent Moviefilm. Film review Sacha Baron Cohen's alter ego returns for a Jason Woliner-directed tour through Trump's America. This month, stay-at-home moviegoers can watch Sacha Baron Cohen be a political prankster who delights in provoking opponents into exposing their worst sides. They can enjoy his career-best performance and marvel at the subtleties he finds in a character whose reputation has suffered from years of caricature. Or they can watch his Borat sequel. The actor, in Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7, finds the humanity, intelligence and soul under the public clowning of 1960s anti-war figure Abbie Hoffman. In his new Borat, on the other hand, he makes his signature alter ego, who was always cartoonish but once had a compelling personality, something even less coherent. The film, whose full title is Borat's subsequent Moviefilm. Delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan, falls short of its imperfect but zeitgeist-grabbing 2006 predecessor in several ways, few if any. Brett Gelman, Patton Oswalt and Aziz Ansari. The easiest, but incomplete, answer is that the George W. Bush era needed a Borat, and the Trump years make him painfully redundant. Borat's early appearances on Da Ali G Show had the great advantage of being stand-alone hit jobs. If producers could get an unwitting public figure to sit down with this fictional Kazakh journalist for an interview, he could usually wrest something embarrassing out of them, whether they agreed with the terrible beliefs he espoused or were just trying to placate the lunatic before them. When they worked, and Cohen's disguise-based stunts have always been hit or miss, it was because we believed in the prank as it was being presented. The first Borat film, in stitching many stunts, not just one-on-one interviews, but gags involving big public groups into one big narrative, tested the viewer's belief in that premise often, and this one does too. More so this time, because Cohen's shtick is so famous now that it's hard to imagine him really finding this many targets who aren't in on the joke. Even when he's dressed as someone other than Borat, as he often is here, scenes instead of focusing on what kind of manipulation was required to make the dupes play along and how much has been distorted by editing. The plot, such as it is. Since making Kazakhstan a global laughingstock in the first film, Borat Sagdiyev has been sentenced to hard prison labor in his native land, scorned by his countrymen. Then Kazakhstan's premier Nazarbayev, Donny Popescu, summons him. Nazarbayev is angry that Donald Trump has been romancing every other thuggish political leader in the world and leaving him out of the party. So he wants Borat to bring a present to the American strongman, to be delivered through Vice President Mike Pence. After some mishaps, Borat winds up on these shores with his daughter tutor, Maria Bakalova. Since the 15-year-old is basically livestock to him, her feminist awakening will be the